towards the World Cup in the Philippines, Japan and Indonesia next summer. Both Australia and China arrive into this one unbeaten. Although the Aussies have played a game more, they're 3-0 at the top of the group and already through to the next stage. China currently 2-0 and comfortably on course to be one of the top three. But every game important, given records carry through into the second stage, which begins in the next international window.
John Cain Arena, Megan, I reckon we should try something first because this place is filling up. Should we see where the loudest area of the crowd is?
We should, and Jared, I think it's going to be my side.
Well, I think you're a liar. Come with me this way. All right, we are going to get everybody in this corner of John Cain Arena here, so you can see us, the people behind the National Republic of China right here. Here we go. Everybody as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. What do you got, Megan? No, it's my side for sure. Look at them. They are magnificent. Make some noise. Come
on. It's a fantastic atmosphere in this place. Altogether, there's going to be 6 Group B games on this court over the next 4 days. These two nations both back in action tomorrow when China face Chinese Taipei and Australia welcome Japan. But this is the big one to kick off the action.
Zhao Qi-wei, the captain, number 6, Guo A1, number 7, Xun Ming Wei, and number 8, Zhao Rei, number 12, Hu Xin, number 14, Wang Zhilin. Standing at 7.
China didn't take part in the February window, so they've only played 2 games in this campaign, both back in November, both of them away wins against Japan, the first by 16 points, the following day then by 33. It means they have to play their remaining 4 games across the next 5 days here in Melbourne. Chinese Taipei tomorrow, Australia again on Sunday, and Chinese Taipei again on Monday. Australia are a perfect 3-0 at the top of the group, already qualified for the second round with 3 games to play, but given records carry through to the second stage, they know each game is important. So far, after not playing in the November window, they played 3 games in February, all in Japan, beating the host by 16 and twice beating Chinese Taipei by 37 and 19. It should be tougher in this window, facing China today and Sunday and Japan tomorrow here in Melbourne. It's a roster, essentially a brand new group of players to the one that played in the February window. Half of the roster playing for the senior national team for the very first time. But they're led by the captain, Matt Dellavedova, a former NBA champion. China led by Zhou Qi, who this past season has played his club basketball here in Australia. Let's pause now for the 2 national anthems.
Please remain upstanding for the national anthem of Australia.
These two Asian powerhouses set to meet for the very first time in World Cup qualifying. The Boomers have won 13 of their 15 games in this competition, including each of their last 6 at home, and done so by an average margin of 32 points. China have won 6 of their last 7 in World Cup qualifiers, with each of their last 6 ending with margins of more than 15 points. It is a collision of continental powers here today. China, the best shooting team across the Asian qualifiers, both in terms of field goal percentage and three-point accuracy, 54% and 46% respectively. Australia, the only other team in the Asian qualifiers, shooting over 50% from the field at 51%. You look at some of the key names on this China team. Zhao Qi-wei, the number 4 finals MVP, as his club side Liang Flying Leopards won the Chinese Championship this past season. Guo Ailun, an 8-time Chinese League All-Star, he gets the start as well. Across the first 2 qualifiers, averaged a team-high 19 points. Zhou Qi, the number 15, has been one of the stars of this team since the age of 17, formerly of the Houston Rockets, spent last season in Australia with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix here in this city. The captain is Wang Chuolin, the number 14, part of the team at the Asian Championships won by China on home soil in Changsha in 2015, also played at the last World Cup. He and Zhou Qi, both at 2 meters 12, the Chinese twin towers, and Xu Jie, a 22-year-old guard, the other player in that starting 5. They're led by Du Feng, head coach for this qualifying campaign. He's led his club side Guangdong Southern Tigers to 4 Chinese League championships, including 3 in a row from 2019 to 2021. We'll take a look at the Australian starting 5 as well. They're led by Brian Goorjian as they get a final opportunity to convey their message on the bench. Ton Maker, 2 meters 13, G-League player for the Long Island Nets, will be key back in the national team setup to combating those bigs of China. Matt Dellavedova, the captain, has played around 500 games across 8 seasons in the NBA, won the championship with the Cavs in 2016 before returning to play in Australia last season. He's a 3-time Olympian, part of the team that won bronze at Tokyo 2020 under the stewardship of Brian Goorjian, the head coach, who was born in California but spent his 8-year playing career here in Melbourne before winning 6 NBL championships as a head coach with 3 different clubs. As the first foreign-born head coach of the Boomers, he started his 2nd spell on the bench in 2020 and led them to that Olympic bronze last summer, their first ever Olympic medal. Australia are amongst the best teams in the world since the late 80s. They reached the semi-finals at multiple Olympics, including getting the bronze in Tokyo last year. At the last World Cup in China in 2019, they reached their first semi-finals in that competition, only fell in an epic double overtime game against eventual champion Spain, before then losing the 3rd place game against France. And they've recently switched to the Asian zone and won their very first appearance in the Asian Cup in 2017. So they're the reigning Asian champions, and China are the record Asian champions, having won the previous edition, which was their 16th crown at continental level. It is 2 of the top nations in Asian continental basketball set to tip off a monster weekend of World Cup qualifiers in Melbourne. Australia 3rd in the world, reigning Olympic bronze medalists, Asian champions. China record 16-time Asian champions. They are the last 2 champions of Asia, and they go toe-to-toe here today. China with the first possession. Nice kick to the far side, but the defense more than ready for the challenge from the host Australia. That time an open three for Guo Ai-lun, off the mark, and Australia can burst forward. China trying to match their defensive intensity, but leaving Mitch McCarron open on the perimeter. In this battle of two Asian heavyweights, it's Australia who land the first blow. Into Zhou Qi again, the 2'12" centre. Shows a nice bit of patience and composure in the paint with a soft touch finish. Dellavedova. Blanchfield towards the elbow. He's called for a travel as he trips and hits the hardwood. So China with the opportunity now for their first lead as Todd Blanchfield turns it over. He was part of that gold medal winning team at the 2017 Asia Cup. Back on the national team after recovering from a bad knee injury this past season with the Perth Wildcats. Cho Chi Wei. Guo trying to pass it onto the interior to Shen, turned over. And Australia will slow it down. Dellavedova to McCarron, who hit that three to start. This time takes it onto the interior and does so admirably and effectively with the left-hander high off the window. Mitch McCarron with all 5 points for Australia. An NBL champion this last year in 2021 with Melbourne. Made the all-second team, and then he captained Adelaide 36ers last season. Dellavedova, Maker, back to Dellavedova. Bumps bodies with his opponent, creates some room, misses the shot though. A positive start from Australia in terms of quality and physicality. And showing their collective character as well. They were 19-time, almost unbeatable champions of Oceania. They emerged into the Asian zone before winning gold immediately in 2017, taking that gold away from China. They'll begin the defense of their continental title in only 10 days' time in Indonesia, where they meet Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and the hosts in the group stage. Lovely pass, backdoor cut, going for the big dunk. And getting stopped on his flight path was Jackson White. Again, defense and energy, igniting the transition for Australia. Jackson White looking to detonate the dunk. Instead has to earn them from the stripe. 24 years of age, the 2 meters small forward, an NBL champion last year with Melbourne United. Previously captain at Duke University. He says it's a dream come true to be representing the Boomers for the first time at senior level. He's played in 3 university or junior competitions as China answer back and get a tip from Shen Zujia, 2'11" centre. Making his first appearance of this qualifying campaign. Maker looking to show he can shoot from the outside. They're 2'13" forward. And China now with a chance for that first lead. Denied. The block from Blanchfield. They're queuing up on the perimeter. Australia's lead just about intact for now. The second big block on a perimeter attempt in that far corner. Two key players for Australia check out. Delivered over the captain and White. Zhao Qi-wei, three-point shot here. They're going to keep on trying, but keep on missing on the outside. Zhao Rui with the latest miss. You can see the length of China there, ultimately forcing the turnover. No room to shoot, so on the dribble, it opened up the opportunity for the steal. Sun Minghui. Zhao Rui had 27 points in the last qualifier against Japan. He's running out of time to take this shot, but drills it in the dying embers of the shot clock. That 27 points against Japan was the most ever by a Chinese player playing under 30 minutes in a World Cup qualifier. He's up and running for this one, and China have their first lead. Australia to try and answer back. And it's that man there, Zhao Rui, with the rebound. Zhao Qi-wei. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter, China ahead by 2. Zhou Qi, mid-air collision. Trying to grab it underneath was Shen. And trying to take it off him forcefully was Will McDowell-White. One of several on this Australia roster playing for the senior side for the first time. Right over the top of Will McDowell-White from Zhao Rui. Zhou Qi takes a seat, the 2'12" center. Plenty of three-point attempts, but not many points in the opening 5 and a bit minutes. Guo Weilong gets it back from Sun. Guo takes the long range 2, and China have started to knock down their shots. They've scored the last 7 points without reply. That latest basket hit by Guo Weilong, part of the team that became Asian champions at home in Changsha in 2015, before Australia joined that competition to take the title in 2017. It's China who've started the better of the two here. Timeout with the Chinese leading by 4.
When we're back, and now they're bringing the ball up the floor and we're matched. We're 8 feet off the guy with the dribble. All right, we're moving body, put some ball pressure on. On the offensive end, every possession's an on ball. We haven't run splits at all. Splits at all. Big, make a target. Hit him, play with the other guard, play with the corner guy. You don't have that, then second side on ball. If a big brings it up or another guy, we're in reverse. A good handoff. We got to get the ball. We got to move from the side here. A zoom. A zoom. Here we go. Movers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You see the shooting statistics in that latest timeout. The three's not dropping for either team. That the only one. In fact, that's the long 2 from Guo, but before that, the only one for China on 6 attempts came from Rui Zhao. Australia just 1 of 4 on the outside. It's on the interior that China have made the difference. Zhou Qi, 2 of 3 from 2-point range. Open 3, knocked down for Australia by Jack McVeigh. That improves things for them. 2 of 5 on the outside, they're back within 1. Deflected pass onto Wong, the captain. Again looking to show their ability on the interior in terms of their extra size, but this time Australia packing the paint, making it difficult. Wong getting back at the other end, open space on the perimeter. He's just hit one, this time takes it to the interior in traffic and puts it in. Jack McVeigh, the spark off the bench for the Aussies. And just knocked down a three this time. Took it past Gu. And took it straight to the basket. A chance for a three the old-fashioned way. Making his second appearance on the senior squad, Jack McVeigh, the 26-year-old. He played in qualifiers back in 2019. What a return in off the bench here, when nobody could score for Australia for several minutes. He's now got 6 points in a flash. Cho Rui will go for the rebound. Guo gets it. Up against Will McDowell-White. Open corner three. Another one off the mark. Gu Chen this time. That's his name to the long Chinese list of players to miss on the outside. I believe that's 1 of 8 from three-point range for China. Final 3 minutes of the first quarter. Australia picking up the pace again, but that time Froling, 2 meters 13, 23-year-old centre missing. 22-year-old centre, I beg your pardon. He's in for the first time. Little Australia could do to defend the 2 meters 12 Wong Chelin in that matchup. Only their third foul though. Chao Rui to inbound. Zhou Qi back in the game off the bench. Chao Rui working with the high screens. Spin move in off the baseline, back out. Zhou Qi for three. Another miss. Big rebound though from the captain Wong. And they still can't convert. It's been a first quarter of runs so far. Australia starting well, up 5-2. China scoring the next 7 points without reply, up 5-9. And Australia now with the last 6 points. All of them from this man, Jack McVeigh. Dellavedova. Bounce pass, the runway opens up. And Zhou Qi shuts down the takeoff. Froling grounded by China's star. Here he is again, Samson Froling. McVeigh. Almost had it taken off him from the other side by Cho Rui. Knew that one was off the mark, tried to telegraph his own rebound, but Zhou Qi tames the loose ball. Pass high far side, movement around the perimeter. Similar situation in that he knew that the shot was off and tried to go early for his own rebound, Zhou Qi. But points are at a premium here in the first quarter. A couple of attempts not going for Zhou Qi. But Australia commit their fourth foul. The next one on defense will send China to the line. Look at the offensive rebounding count. We've talked so much about the length of China already. That's a significant illustration of it. They're missing so many shots, but they're grabbing the rebound to take many more. Dellavedova takes the three and makes the three, and Australia are back in business. The hosts up by 5, 14-9, with just over a minute to play in the first. Timeout China.
球玩意儿，操你！把球传我不行啊！不要你干嘛呢？传着后卫还往前。得顶上他了，不能让他投这样。刚才那个反击，那个右手就加速直接上了，他的鞋塞给这里了，这样停在时间太长了，好吗？换大碗，都去换，他换一下你。走个牛角短，牛角短，周琦先掩护，先给那个顾全掩护，给回顾全，给周琦分掩护，单手走身后，给你拿个篮下，把球传好了，顾全，没有了，跟着赵睿发身挡拆，好吗？牛角短，牛角短。
Dellavedova's three has opened up the gap in Australia's favour, back to 5 points. China have gone ice cold from the floor. It's been a tense but timid, low-scoring first quarter between two top teams looking to remain unbeaten in this qualifying window. It's been a long drought for China since they scored 7 points without reply. That will end it right on cue. Hu Ming-shun, making his first appearance of this qualifying campaign, comes off the bench and hits a big shot, only their second three on their 10th attempt. And China get within one possession, and now a chance to tie or take the lead. Final minute of the first quarter. Sun Minghui being trapped by McCarron and lurking on the baseline, but missing overhead was Chao Rui. Dellavedova, three-time Olympian. Skipping into the paint, flipping far side for the three. Knocked down by Todd Blanchfield. Australia by 5 again. Last 10 seconds of the first quarter. Chao Rui. Three-point shot for Sun, and he strings it. As time expires on the first, China closed the gap to 2. Well, they went 9.5 minutes, hitting just 1-3, and then knocked down 2 in the last 30 seconds of the first quarter, and that keeps them close. At the end of 1, Australia 17, China 15. Look at the stats and you see that difficult three-point shooting from China. They were just 1 of 9 until hitting their last 2 right at the end of that quarter. A really interesting first 10 minutes on this court on this long weekend of World Cup qualifiers here in Melbourne. Australia are up 5-2 to start, then 7 points without reply for China to go up by 4. Then they had a long drought. Australia on a run to go up by 5 before China started to knock down those three-point shots. And ultimately finished the quarter down by just 2. They've taken so many shots. They're only shooting 27% from the field, China. 3 of 11 inside and out, but they're close because they've grabbed 8 offensive rebounds already. Australia just 1. Australia 4 of 8 from downtown, only 2 of 6 on the interior. Another illustration as to China's size on the inside, that Australia are both taking and making more threes than they are twos. Perfect time to remind you, you can download the Courtside 1891 app and get all of the latest news and highlights and scores from these World Cup qualifiers and other competitions. Here we go, start of the second quarter in Melbourne. China down 2, looking for the tie or the lead. And turn it over. McCarron waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Maker couldn't convert, but Jackson White could. A perfect start on defense and offense for Australia in this second quarter. Guo to this near side. Hu, little push shot on the interior. Zhou Qi, can he get it off the bounce? No, he can't. Offensive rebound again from Shen, their 9th of the game already. Hu, looking to take it at White, shoots over the top of him, hand in his face, but pinpoint precision from Hu Mingshun, the 24-year-old who's come off the bench to make 2 big shots. 5 points for Hu on his first appearance of this campaign. Maker. Dellavedova, 2 former NBAers combining. Maker now in the G League, turns it over. Here's Hu again, he's got the hot hand right now. He takes it at McCarron and forces the foul. Zhou Qi, Chao Chi Wei. That's an offensive foul against Hu. That might cool down his hot hand. A bit of frustration to deal with. A push off on the defender, turns it over. Dellavedova. The fake pass towards Maker, then the miss from Blanchfield. Had the rebound wrestled off him. Guo Aila. Wide open 3. And his hand has cooled down. Hu Mingshun off the mark. What's absolutely certain over the opening 12 minutes here is that these two are going to have to fight for every score. As you might expect, it's been a feisty and physical matchup. 2 sets of players pouring everything into their challenge on the court. And had a demonstration of that as White battles his opponent towards the basket. 2 fouls on China in quick succession. In fact, make it 3. I beg your pardon. So 3 early in this second quarter. That one on the shot. So Jackson White gets to the line. And finally gets one to go. He was 0 of 2 from the stripe in the first quarter. And he makes them both this time, so White has 4 points on his senior debut. One of Australia's bright young stars, the 24-year-old. Chao Rui to Chao Chi Wei. Chao Rui again. Nice passing from China. Guo for 3, misses. And this time Australia protect their backboard. McCarron. Using the big frame of Maker to get towards the stripe and to knock it down. Mitch McCarron. Australia up by 6. 7 points from McCarron. He scored the first 5 for them. A perfect 3 of 3 from the field. A really positive start for the home team here. In more ways than one, China rattled, turned over again. 3 fouls on China in 3 minutes. And Australia opening up the largest lead at 6 points. Cause for concern on the Chinese bench for Du Feng. In comes Gu Chen, his first appearance of this qualifying campaign. China trying to apply pressure on the inbound through Sun Ming-hui. McDowell White. One of those Australia debutants. Maker. Hands it off, drifting three-point attempt, rattles out for Clinton Steindl. Chao Rui. Sun Ming-hui. On to Wong. Looking to pass back out to the perimeter. 3-point shot at the end of the shot clock. Off the hop, good for Gu. He'll take that one. China half the deficit down to 3. 4 minutes into the second quarter. McDowell White using Maker as a decoy, opens up the spot on the perimeter for the long-range lightning bolt from Mitch McCarron. 10 points for the number 10. He scored them in groups of 5 right at the start of the game and right at the start of the second quarter. Australia back up by 6. It's a 3-point shootout here in Melbourne, and Australia are winning it. Maker looking to show his range, too long. Rebound reeled in by Wong. Quick pass down the floor, just about handled. Close to another turnover for China, but Sun able to tame it. Clinton Steindl has just come in this second quarter, a 2-time NBL champion with the Perth Wildcats. Last season became the first ever captain of the league's new franchise, the Tasmania Jack Jumpers. There's a lot of leadership in this Boomers squad. Several players who are captain at club level. Two fouls in quick succession on Steindl. So 3 for each team at the midway point of the second. China are struggling to protect the ball. At their 8th turnover of the game, Australia have had just 3. McCarron on 10 points. Leads the way of all scorers. Froling. Dellavedova prodding and probing. Touch-tight defense, far side. Shot clock ticking down to the final 3 seconds. McVeigh, no room to breathe, but he's still got it to go for the Boomers at the buzzer. Jack McVeigh, the marksman for the Aussies. 9 points for him, 2 of 2 on the exterior. And McVeigh comes up with a loose ball on the defensive end as well before the pickpocket from Chao Rui to take it back. Quarterback pass into the end zone. Touchdown, Zhou Qi. Highlight reel plays back-to-back at both ends of the floor. 6 points for Zhou Qi. China within 7, having trailed by a game-high 9. Dellavedova short. Zhou Qi touches the rebound to Gu Chen. Final 4 minutes of the first half, and the pace is picking up. Chao Rui, Hu Min Shun. pass intercepted. McVeigh at both ends of the floor has been excellent. On it goes to the corner, Delavadova. Bump towards the baseline. Down White, I beg your pardon. But look at this three from McVeigh. The defense could not have been better. But great offense always beats great defense. We've just seen the 4th foul on China in this second quarter, so any more from their defense will send Australia to the line until halftime. Delavadova just about gathered the handle on the ball at the second attempt. Froling and played a nice pass to the corner under pressure, and Steindl did the rest. Australia have the first double-digit lead of the game, and that forces the timeout from Du Feng on the Chinese bench. It's a 15-7 second quarter in favour of Australia, who are 7 of 13 on the outside in the game, 54% three-point shooting. And that's one way to take down the towers of China. China's problem is they've been turning the ball over frequently through the last few minutes, not taking shots. And when they don't take shots, they can't grab those offensive rebounds. They had 8 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, just 1 so far here in the second. Final 3.5 minutes of the first half. China down by 10. Sun Minghui. We can't afford more turnovers here down the final stretch of the first half. The basket does not count. As Zhou Qi put it in, the foul was on the floor. It's the 4th on Australia. Just an inbounding situation for China. Zhou Qi, now 26 years of age, a star of this team since the age of 17. At 16 points, 14 rebounds in the gold medal game as China won the Asian Championships in 2015. He was playing as a teenager on home soil in Changsha. He went to the Houston Rockets and spent last season in Australia, here in Melbourne, with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. 2.9 left on the shot clock here for China. Zhou Qi trying to get free, tipped before it could reach him by Blanchfield. McVeigh looking back out. Blanchfield free on the perimeter, still is, pulls the trigger and hits the target. Todd Blanchfield doing it on defense and offense. So many times we've said that through the course of this second quarter, players having an impact at both ends. Defense the platform for Australia, from which to launch the offense and open up now a 13-point lead. China can't afford to panic as they make a big shot through Gu Chen. How badly they needed that bucket. He's 2 of 3 on the outside now since coming in, Gu Chen. The rest of the team, just 3 of 13. China, though, have just committed their 5th foul of the second. So Dellavedova goes to the line. Eight seasons in the NBA for Matt Dellavedova. Around 500 games. A championship with the Cavs. And on returning to Australia last season, he became an all-NBL second teamer with Melbourne United. The Aussies by 12. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Zhou Qi taking it physically towards the basket and help defense from Blanchfield. Australia at the foul limit. There might have been a foul there, but that's been a key component in this second quarter for Australia. Everybody chipping in on the defensive end. Eight points now for Zhou Qi in 13 minutes on court. Ten the margin, an important 2 minutes to finish the first half. And if the lead for Australia grows, they're in a commanding position. If China can cut the deficit even a little bit, they're right back in business. But that's beautiful Boomers basketball. Jack McVeigh up to double figures. The lead for Australia, 90 seconds to play here in the second. Shot clock to 5. One-on-one isolated offense. Guo Ai-lun wins that duel. Stop and pop 3 for Australia. The defense on the perimeter has to be better for China. They're punished by Dellavedova. 8 points now for the captain. 13 the lead again for Australia. Sun Minghui off to Zhou Qi. Chao Chi Wei, no look pass, far side. Sun Minghui for 3, misses Zhou Qi. Offensive rebound and the stick back with authority. China throwing big blows, trying to stay in the fight. Zhou Qi up to 10 points. Miss from McVeigh. Offensive rebound for Australia as they give China a taste of their own medicine. China could do with a defensive stop and a score. Blanchfield. 3-point shot, but a foul on it. And that's what you get from knocking down your threes. Australia 9 of 15 for 60% on the outside in this first half. The defense trying to stop that hot shooting by getting tight. And on that occasion, too tight, as Blanchfield gets to the line for 3. He's 2 of 3 on the perimeter, Blanchfield, but they've spread those threes around. Blanchfield 2 of 3, Dellavedova 2 of 2, McCarron 2 of 2, McVeigh 2 of 2. And Steindl 1 of 4. Blanchfield misses the first, has 2 more to come. And then China have pretty much a full shot clock. Just 1 of 3 for Blanchfield. So a chance to make it a 10 or maybe 9-point deficit at the half for China. Now look to hold it for the final shot of the second. Sun orchestrating the offense. Chao Chi Wei splits a couple of defenders, gets inside, kicks to the corner, 3-point shot. Beautifully played to beat the buzzer. Gu Chen hits the three, and China make it a single-digit margin at halftime. Perfect execution, and China make it game on, trailing at halftime in Australia 43-34. It's been fantastic entertainment here at the John Cain Arena. As we take a look at the stats, Australia shooting ever so well, inside and out. Or from the line, struggling in fact, and outside has been the difference for them, 60% shooting from three. China with the offensive rebounding, staying in the game despite their poor shooting. Zhou Qi with 10 points to lead them, Gu now up to 9, McVeigh with 11 to lead Australia. Just a 17-15 first quarter in Australia's favour. Tight and tense, and then they turned on the heat on the exterior in the second, pouring in 26 second quarter points, opening up a lead as many as 13. But China had to raise their game and did towards the end to ensure they're still in it, down by 9. Australia with a rare bucket on the interior, only 42% two-point shooting. Zhou Qi, part of the reason why, but on the outside, 9 of 15 for Australia, 60% shooting. That has been the key to the big score and the big lead for them. For China, you have to wonder why they've taken so many three-point attempts. They're only 6 of 18 for 33% from three-point range. On the inside, they've got the big advantage in terms of the height, but they haven't made it count yet, at least in terms of their shooting. When they have missed, the offensive rebounds, grabbing 10, have helped keep them in contention. Nothing they can do on defense about shooting like that from McVeigh. But there have been a number of open threes for Australia as well, and not enough of those big finishes on the inside for China. Just 44% shooting from two-point range for China. But despite plenty of negatives over the first 20 minutes, they're only down by 9. Jack McVeigh's 11 points for Australia, coming in just 9.5 minutes on court to lead the way of all scorers. Davidova there has 8. Mitchell McCarron has 10. Zhou Qi, the leader for China, has 10, albeit on 4 of 9 shooting. He's got 7 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. Gu Chen has been the unlikely star to keep China close. He's 3 of 4 from three-point range for 9 points in 11 minutes.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Zheng Pai can't find its way to Altino. But still Chinese Taipei ball with the shot. How about that? That is extraordinary from Bing Zheng Lin with an extraordinary trade. Get out of here!
Builds on this 10-point lead again here, 11, and 7 minutes to go in this ball game. It's great hands, Arakji, and a simple finish.
Whipped away by Clemens, chance to run, 2-on-1. Jamshidi, the only man back, and they go upstairs. Lovely little lob pass. And the finish, an easy one in the end for Kazakhstan. Took everyone by surprise as Maxim Marshuk finished it off there.
Wanted Vague to post up. Instead, Vague with a lovely little spin move and a backdoor cut. Loses Taniguchi to get the score.
Bertie Ravena has it. Spins, puts it up, gets it to go. They got some talented, skillful players out there, don't they?
Zeldowicz now going in the lane now, goes all the way. Another block shot there by Dweri, and now we got transition all the way. Throws it down. Wow. Freddie Ibrahim with a bit of authority on that one.
Swalem gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out, and he gives it away. Grahita, and left-hand finish and blocked by Murthan Al-Mawani. Saudi Arabia refuse to give anything easy to Indonesia. Look at the hustle.
Samuels accepts the pass. Now fakes it, drives in. Oh, what hops he has! And then he hung on the rim and slapped the backboard. Whoa! What a drive from Samuel.
Five from 7 from outside in this quarter. They went 1 from 8 in the first quarter, the Philippines, so it really is. Oh, and a rejection, a nasty rejection from Kwame.
And the pass is stolen, and all alone is Saudi Arabia. Big throwdown. Al-Baghawi, double clutch. Watch this highlight reel. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion and the heavy throwdown.
Welcome back to the John Cain Arena as we take a look at the top scorers for either team here at half-time. Zhou Qi leading the way for China with 10 points. Albeit not as efficiently as he would like. He's had a tough time on the interior and tried to shut off the route to the basket at the defensive end with that big block. A dunk in transition. But a rare high percentage too for Zhou Qi. Australia hunting impacts have done a pretty good job of trying to slow him down. He's only 4 of 9 from the field for those 10 points. And having put up a dominant 24 points and 12 rebounds as well as 3 blocks in just 19.5 minutes in his previous appearance in these qualifiers against Japan. What an excellent performance this has been to lead all scorers in the game from Australia's Jack McVeigh, just his second appearance on this senior squad. And the 26-year-old with 11 points, missing just 2 shots. And how about this 3 on the outside? Nothing else the defense could do. Now, right to the end of the shot clock, McVeigh 2 of 2 on the perimeter, where Australia have been elite. 60% three-point shooting. He's also got a couple on the inside where Australia have found it hard against the bigs of China. But McVeigh's battling confidence and quality has made a big difference. We're waiting for the players to emerge, ready for the start of the second half here. It might have been a case of Australia pulling away and creating an insurmountable lead. They're up by 13, wind in their sails towards the end of the second quarter. And then a couple of threes for China in the last minute. And a really well worked final offense to hit the last shot and to make it a single-digit margin, down by 9 at half-time. Behind the 11 from McVeigh, Australia have got 10 from McCarron. He scored the first 5 points for them, and then also 5 right at the start of the second quarter. He's picked his moments to pounce. He's 4 of 4 from the field, 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. The captain, Matt Dellavedova, has 8 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Both of his buckets on the perimeter. Todd Blanchfield has 7 points. He's 2 of 3 on the outside. So many players stepping up and hitting long-range shots for Australia. Dellavedova leads the way in terms of rebounds. Blanchfield with a couple of assists. They've really spread the responsibility around both on defense and offense. They're 9 of 15 from three-point range, but they've had 4 players hit multiple threes. And Steindl hitting the other one. 2 threes from McVeigh. And in terms of assists as well, they've got 7 assists in the game, nobody on more than 2, so they've spread creative responsibility, shooting responsibility, and defensive responsibility. As for China, we've talked about the 10 points of Zhou Qi, who also leads the way in rebounding and in assists as well. Well, the other player with 2 assists for them, Chao Rui, but nobody has more. And for Zhou Qi, 10.7 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds have come on the Australia backboard. They've grabbed 10 offensive rebounds altogether, but 8 of those in the first quarter, only 2 in the second. And that's part of the reason Australia were able to open up a gap. They sealed off their own backboard and stopped China getting those second chance scoring opportunities. China also turning the ball over more frequently in that second quarter, which stopped them taking shots and having the opportunity to grab offensive rebounds. But Zhou Qi has been able to provide points and boards and those second chance scoring opportunities to keep China in contention, but they need a bit more. They've got 3 7-footers on this team, China, but they've taken more 3-point attempts than they have 2-point attempts in the game. I just want them to be a little bit more forceful on the inside. Only 7 of 16 for 44% shooting from 2-point range. China are by far and away the kings of the continent. They're 16-time Asian champions, including in Changsha in 2015. 2 editions ago, they've won the continental honours 11 more times than the Philippines, who are second in the medals table. Although they were only 5th at the last edition in 2017, when Australia first entered and immediately took their place on the throne. China will look to take their crown back off the Aussies at the next edition in Indonesia in a couple of weeks' time. They're looking to make their 11th appearance at the FIBA World Cup, China, having returned to the finals as the host in 2019. They missed out on the 2014 edition in Spain. Their best overall finish coming in Canada in 1994, when they placed 8th at the World Cup finals. They were 9th in Japan in 2006 and in Spain in 1986. Just a reminder, you can download the World Cup Qualifiers app and get all of the news and highlights, stats and scores. As for Australia, they're the new kings of Asia and one of the very best teams in the world, 3rd in the FIBA World Rankings. Bronze medalists at the last Olympics, semi-finalists at the last World Cup. And they lead by 9 points at the start of the 3rd quarter here in Melbourne. Australia looking to go a perfect 4-0 at the top of the group, already through to the next stage and looking to go there with a 100% record. Dellavedova gives them a perfect start to the second half. He becomes the 3rd Aussie player into double figures. 10 for the captain. Zhou Qi trying to pass out to the double team, just passes straight to the Australia bench. They're enjoying themselves at the moment. 7 more turnovers in the game for China. Zhou Qi seems to be struggling with that left hand. That's a real concern for the Chinese. Their biggest star, their biggest weapon. .13 has been the largest lead for Australia. They have a chance to match or surpass that here. First foul of the 3rd quarter goes on Sun. Dellavedova to White. 3-point shot. McCarron, he's not missed a shot yet, and he still hasn't. 5 of 5 from the floor for Mitch McCarron, who gives Australia their largest lead of the game. 3 of those 5 field goals coming on the outside. 14 the lead for the Boomers. Sun needed it and got it to alleviate the tension and the pressure on China. .11 the gap again. Maker. Off to Dellavedova. Looking for Maker again. From the foul line over the top of Zhou Qi, who tips it to his teammate after forcing the miss. A chance for back-to-back baskets for China. Zhou Qi, it's a long way down to try and grab it. His opponents just wanted it more. And Australia get the possession, much to China's frustration. Defense, diligence, doggedness, desire. Jackson White getting the appreciation of this crowd and the congratulations from his teammates. That really has been one of the big difference makers in this confrontation between these 2 continental powers. Australia more relentless. Maker. Dellavedova back to Maker. Nice finish on the reverse, getting away from Zhou Qi. Australia by 13. China need to show their fight. Nice pass to the corner, this time a miss though from Gu Chen, who's hit 3 threes. Miss on the trail from Jackson White, and a foul on Maker, Australia's first of the quarter. And we really are at a tipping point in this ball game. Australia up by 13. A huge disparity in the shooting percentages as Australia continue to knock down long ranges. And China continue to struggle both inside and out. If this lead grows much more, China are in real trouble. Up fake, sidestep, three-point shot. They want a foul on it. Miss from Sun Ming Hoi. And no call from the official. Dellavedova. White to try and show them how it's done. Australia have set their radars right today. Yet another three for the Aussies. Jackson White knocks down their 11th at 61% accuracy. You can see there the shooting numbers pretty much identical from two-point range. It's on the outside where Australia have blown this game open. 61% three-point shooting. And Jackson White becomes the 6th Aussie to knock down from deep. He's up to 7 points now on his senior team debut. And that coming shortly after that hustle on the defensive end from White as well. Australia have shown more hustle. And Zhou Qi and China need to try and rise to the challenge because Australia have raised the bar. Foul on Maker, Zhou Qi to the line. Certainly hasn't had it anywhere near as easy as he did on his previous appearance in these qualifiers against Japan when he was 11 of 17 from the field for 24 points. 12 rebounds, 3 blocks in only 19.5 minutes. He's been restricted to 10 points, 8 rebounds. And he's only 4 of 9 from the field and 2 of 4 from the line. Maker looking to go coast to coast. Couldn't quite complete the job. A break for China, who are soon going to be running out of time to recover. Down 16 here with 16.5 minutes to play. They need to get it together. Australia looking to remain perfect in this campaign and also perfect all time in World Cup qualifiers on home court. They've won each of their previous 6. Four fouls on Steindl, 3 on Australia in this third quarter. Pretty early. Might be a route back in for China. Five left on the shot clock. And not even getting the shot away was Sun Ming Hoi. Pressured in the paint. The Aussie defense has been excellent throughout. They force a 13th turnover on China. Australia pass through the press. Froling up against Joe Chi, looking back out from the triple team. McVeigh running interference on the perimeter. Deep three-point shot, Dellavedova misses. Beg your pardon, it was McDowell-White with the miss. Trying to balance the baseline and failing to do so, Chao Rui. And there's turnover number 14 on China. Chao Rui stepping on the line. 27 points on his previous appearance in this qualifying campaign. He's got just 3 in this one. He's 1 of 6 from the field, Chao Rui. McDowell-White up high, too high even for Froling, but he tamed it off the backboard. McVeigh finally misses a shot and does so by a distance. And in transition, Guo looking to go all the way. China can't buy a bucket right now. Five minutes into the second half, China have scored just 3 points. They've also now overtaken Australia in the foul count. 4 on China. Open 3 for Australia. Doesn't go this time. A fairly rare miss on the outside in an open shooting spot. Otherwise, that would have been the largest lead of the game. We're into the final 15 minutes. China down 16. And in foul trouble here in the third. Guo Ai-Lung. There's the 4th foul on Australia as well. It's on Blanchfield. Any further fouls from either defense now for the rest of this period will send the opposition offense to the strike. Chao Rui to inbound. China just 3 points in 5.5 minutes since half-time. Guo Ai-Lung, Chao Rui. Just 3 points in the whole game for him. Shot clock ticking down. Wong, they need a captain's contribution and they get it from the left hand of Wong Chelin. McVeigh, McDowell-White. Fakes it one side, goes back to the perimeter. Plenty of time left on the shot clock here for McCarron to work with. McVeigh, pass Wong with ease. Off balance on the inside, tipped by Wong. McVeigh gathers the loose ball and the shot clock resets to 14. McVeigh, he's going to line up the 3 this time. No foul on the shot. And a technical call. And the shots have started to dry up for Jack McVeigh, who hit his first 5, or his first 4, I believe, in the game. I think he's now missed 5 in a row. It's McCarron, who's 5 of 5 from the field. He's still perfect, 13 points to lead Australia. We had a technical call on the Aussies there, though, so China, who got the last basket, now take another point off that sizable deficit through Xu Jie, 22-year-old guard. Number 30, who has only played the last minute of this game. Coach Du Feng running out of options to ignite their offense. Australia do still have possession after the technical. McVeigh. Can't glance it in off the glass. Guo Ailan. The door that looked to be locked is slightly ajar for China. Nice dish back and hesitation from the attacker to draw the foul from McVeigh. Shen Zujia. China turning to some of their role players and younger players. Shen Zujie at the line, gets it off the hop and the bounce in the backboard. They are still in this game. They were down by 16 a couple of minutes ago. Australia only looked like extending that lead, but it's now down to 11 with 13.5 minutes still to play. And that's a travel called on Samson Froling, who's understandably frustrated. Australia's energy has been sapped. Well challenged by Wong. He's made a difference at both ends, the captain. Guo Ailan looking to make it a single-digit margin now. Guo over the top of Froling, got it, and China are back within 9 from 16 down. Final 3 minutes of the third, the margin the same as it was at half-time. Deep three, Dellavedova doing his thing from distance. And it's the captain who cuts short the Chinese run. 13 for Dellavedova. 12 threes, I believe, now for Australia. That one doesn't go towards the end of the shot clock. 12 the lead for the Aussies as well. Dellavedova looking for back-to-back threes. A bit of hang time on the rebound from Jackson White. Guo looking to take the ring road around the defense, got fouled right on the baseline. This is a key 2 minutes now in this game to finish the third quarter. Australia already at the foul limit, so China go to the line to try and reduce the arrears to 10. Guo Ailan, who's there, one of the key players on this team for a number of years. Averaged a team-high 19 points a game across the first 2 qualifiers in this campaign. He's only got 7 in this one on 3 of 8 shooting. He shot 10 of 19 from 2 and 4 of 7 from 3 across those first 2 games. An 8-time Chinese League All-Star. Important points from the strike for Guo, and China back within 10. Their fans here in Melbourne still believe. Make a beautiful boomer passing through the press. And White looking to take flight. Got grounded, albeit via the foul. Big effort to get back for China, though. 3 players challenging the shot. They have turned up the intensity on defense in this third quarter to try and stay in the game. I just wonder if it's too little too late, having already fallen down by as many as 16. Australia certainly the more intense team over the first nearly 25 minutes. .11 is their lead, final 2 minutes of the third. 9 as close as China have got on a couple of occasions since falling down by double figures. Passing lane disrupted, but a shot still away from mid-range by the 22-year-old Xu Jie, who's only come in off the bench in this quarter for a couple of minutes. He's now got 3 points. That was his first field goal attempt, having also knocked down the technical free throw. China digging deep onto their bench to find a spark, and he's so far provided it. He was efficient in limited minutes in the first 2 qualifiers as well, Xu Jie. Nine is the gap again. And now China, maybe an opportunity to get closer. Whose ball is it? Chinese possession. A little bit of anxiety starting to build around the John Cain Arena. Final minutes of the third approaching. China looking to get as close as they've been for a long time. Guo Ailan looking to take on Tom Maker. Ailan blocked by Maker. Maker up for the challenge, shutting down the Chinese charge. Maker showing his mobility and his length and his leap. Wong grabbing the rebound, was fouled, so he's at the line. As China continue to chip away. And if he makes this next one, that determined defense from Maker is in vain. China still get the 2 points, although Maker certainly made them earn it. From 16 down, the Chinese are back within 7. Both teams looking to remain perfect in this qualifying campaign. Australia looking to go a perfect 4-0. China looking to go 3-0. Final minute of the third. Delavadova off the window, misses. Rebound Zhou Qi. Here come China again. Zhou Qi on the trail, taking it past Maker all the way to the basket and one. The record Asian champions on the charge. Zhou Qi, the Chinese freight train down the middle, past Maker, and making it happen. Can't convert the extra point, but China are back within 5 from 16 down. 7 seconds differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of the third. The points have dried up for Australia. Turnover. Zhou Qi looking to show his handling of the ball in transition again. Still 5 to shoot here for Xu. 3-point shot gets them within 1 possession. Gu Chen as the Red Dragon roar. From 16 down in that quarter, China within 2. What a third quarter. Australia dominating the first 5 minutes, China dominating the last 5. And their shooting percentages hugely increasing, up to 50% on the inside. Australia still 50% on the outside, where they've knocked down 12 threes. but that has fallen from around 60%. And their 16-point lead has fallen to just 2. Dellavedova, one of 3 scorers in double figures for Australia. 13 for him, 13 for McCarron on perfect shooting, 11 for McVeigh. It was all Australia, all guns blazing. Pinpoint shooting on the perimeter. It looked to only be heading one way until China dug deep and battled back. Defense, important for them. Australia had dominated on defense for the first 25 minutes. China turning up the intensity for the last 5 minutes and getting their reward on the offensive end, starting to knock down their shots as well. Zhou Qi, crucial to the Chinese charge. 12 points, 11 rebounds for him now. And that man there, Gu Chen, 12 points on 4 of 6 3-point shooting. And the rest of the Chinese team are only 4 of 16 from 3-point range. Gu Chen is 4 of 6. And his 3 beating the buzzer at the end of the third, complementing the contribution from that man there, Zhou Qi, has seen China get within 2. Zhou Qi on the boards, and on the interior with that double-double. Gu Chen on the exterior, the big 1-2 punch combination for China, who are looking now with the first possession of the fourth for the tie, and they get it from 16 down. Their main man gets them level. Zhou Qi up to 14 points, 11 rebounds. 57-57, 9.5 minutes to play. Dellavedova, the Australian captain, feeling no pressure. Nudges the Boomers back ahead. 3-pointer number 13 from Australia here today. 52% shooting on the outside. Chinese ball movement, 3-point shot, off the mark for who? Stop and pop in transition for Australia. Dellavedova misses this time, gets it back though off the offensive rebound from Froling. They'll slow it down and try and work in the final 5 seconds of the shot clock here with McCarron. Froling, little push shot left hand, doesn't go. Zhou Qi protects his backboard. That 3-pointer from Dellavedova crucial because China had all the momentum. Were on a huge run before that. It just eases the pressure on Australia. Who? Final 5 seconds of the shot clock again, challenged by multiple players, but Zhou Qi picking up the pieces. The Dragon is awake. China back within 1. Froling. 3-point shot, White. Now China have a chance for the lead. For the first time since the first few minutes. Zhou Qi double teamed. They'll try and find an open player, but he's suffocated and turns it over. Australia's edge just about intact. Thanks to Dellavedova's 3. Here he goes again to the elbow. Showing no fear up against Zhou Qi as he passes past the big man to Froling. And a big smile on Dellavedova's face. If he doesn't score, he's capable of facilitating as well. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for Dellavedova. There's a foul on McCarron. The first foul for either team here in the fourth. Well, this has not let us down to tip off the weekend's action. This monster weekend of World Cup qualifying in Melbourne. Lovely finish from Wong. The big man showing a touch of finesse. As China get within touching distance again. Wong Cherlin with the contact and the poise. And the three-point play to get China level for the second time in this fourth quarter. An efficient contribution from the captain. 7 points, 4 rebounds in just 10 minutes. Dellavedova around the screen of Froling. Gives it in back, and Froling throws it down in a big way. Australia by 2. Guo Weilun switches onto Froling. Prodding, probing, spinning, pulling back, hitting the shot. Both teams have their game faces on. Full focus to the finish now. 10 points for Guo. After that big dunk from Froling. Touch pass after almost losing it on the dribble into the path of Froling again. Two heavyweights of continental basketball trading blows now. Deep into this fight. Watch out for the baseline. It's a turnover on Wong. China still haven't been able to get themselves ahead since they have the lead in the opening few minutes of the ball game. They've since trailed by 16 and tied the game twice in this fourth quarter. A rare breather for Dellavedova. Australia by 2. McCarron, who's yet to miss a shot. 5 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 on the outside. Froling, who's got the last couple of baskets for the Boomers. McVeigh. Tough shot on the interior, really well challenged. Midway point to the fourth quarter. China looking to tie again, or maybe even take that lead with Guo. Still plenty of energy on defense from McCarron. Shu, the 22-year-old, for the lead from 16 down, doesn't go. McDowell White. Open spot, far side, no defender near him. And Steindl makes China pay on the perimeter. The 14th 3 of the game for Australia. And at this stage now, 5 is a significant lead. We talked about role players off the bench making a big difference for China in that third quarter as part of their comeback. Their bench has scored nearly as many points as their starters, but Australia still have the edge, and the 3 from Steindl making it the first 2-possession lead in a few minutes. After China had come from 16 down to get level twice, Australia up by 5. Steindl knocking down their 14th three, his second. They're shooting 50% on the perimeter, Australia, 14 of 28. Four and a half minutes to play. China, off the back of their timeout, looking to get back within one possession. Guo has really started to step up down the final stretch, as you'd expect from one of their key players in the backcourt, and he blazes to the basket to do his thing again. 14 points for Guo Ailun. McCarron. McVeigh hands it off. Three-point shot. Steindl fouled on it by Gu Chen. He just hit a three. Clinton Steindl from that far side. And Gu Chen was too concerned by the prospect of him hitting back-to-back triples. He sends Steindl to the line for three. Just a correction to Guo Ailun's stat line after that last basket, just 12 points for him rather than 14, but many of those have come in this second half as Steindl misses the first of three. So Zhou Qi has 16 for China, Guo Ailun and Gu Chen each have 12. Australia will be hoping that this is where home court advantage really helps them out down the final stretch now in the final 4 minutes. Steindl recovers from missing the first to hit the second. Down the third, and Australia lead by 5 again. Neither team in foul trouble. They can play hard. Down the stretch with Shu here. Chao Rui. He struggled after a huge performance in his last appearance against Japan. Into traffic and a sea of green and gold. He can't convert. Steindl, quick pass. White, back out. Ball movement from the Boomers. Far side, doesn't go for McDowell White. Zhou Qi grabs yet another rebound, his 15th. China with around 3 minutes to play, hoping to make it a one-possession game. High pass towards Zhou Qi from Guo and a foul. Only Australia's third. We've seen so many qualities and characteristics from these two teams, their respective stars and role players over the course of the first 37 minutes of this game. Very different characteristics required now for the final 3 minutes. And it's about who can really do it with the pressure on, with the finish line in sight, with the expectations on their shoulders. Chao Rui. Guo Ailun. He thrives in these kind of situations. Off the crossover, the three, too long. Offensive rebound here for Chao Rui. A fresh 14 on the shot clock for China as we move into the final 3 minutes. Step back, corner three. Almost glanced off the glass from Gu Chen. He's hit 4 threes, but he misses that one. Australia now, with 2.5 minutes to play, could make it a 3-possession lead. That would be huge for them. White wants to take it right at Zhou Qi, twisting and turning, but the defense not biting. And China looking to bite back in transition, wrestled away by White. And the runway opens up for White to take flight. Jackson White on his debut might just have finished China off. They're down by 3 possessions in the final 2 minutes as White hits 10 points. Chao Rui, they need something, and he can't provide it. And now it's a 3-on-2 for Australia. In transition, the three doesn't go. China hanging by a thread with 90 seconds to play. Guo. Xiao Rui. Guo again. Xu for three. Australia have locked it up on the defensive end again. Up by 7. Only 65 seconds to play. A basket here would surely seal the win and keep them perfect. Dellavedova back out. Final seconds of the shot clock here. Froning going to work on Cho Chi. Close, but not close enough. It's now or never for China. Xu needs it and gets it. And China refused to wave the white flag. The 22-year-old keeps them alive, down by 4 with 42 to play. Dellavedova. White passes out to the press. Open three. Gets it. McDowell White on his debut. Job done, surely, for the Boomers. Australia back up by 7 with 33 seconds to play. Timeout China. The turnovers for Dufeng's team have been damaging, but you have to compliment the Australian defence. They've played with real vigour through the vast majority of the 39.5 minutes. And they've kept up that energy on the offensive end as well to play out of the Chinese press and to keep their composure, that time on the perimeter with McDowell White. He gives them a 7-point lead with 33 seconds to play. And a turnover on the inbound from China. Australia are pretty much there. They're just going to take those precious seconds away from their Asian zone rivals. 3-point shot in the corner, misses for Blatchfield. Australia are set to remain perfect in this campaign and perfect on home court in World Cup qualifying history. China set to taste defeat in these qualifiers for the first time. And for only the 3rd time ever. They've won 13 of their previous 15. In the battle of the last 2 champions of Asia, it's the reigning champions who come out on top on home court as Australia stay perfect in qualifying for the 2023 World Cup. 4-0 at the top of Group B, already through to the second stage and going there with a perfect record. China lose for the first time and fall to 2-1. But will try and seal their place in the second stage tomorrow here against Chinese Taipei. The final score, Australia 76, China 69 in Melbourne. And this one did not disappoint. Plenty of big moments, big runs, and big defensive plays as Australia went up by as many as 16, looked to be sailing. And China were able to get back level on a couple of occasions, but couldn't complete the comeback. Matt Dellavedova ending up as Australia's leader on 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, but so many important contributions, particularly on the perimeter where they knocked down 15 threes at 47% accuracy. Only falling below 50% with a couple of misses in the closing stages when the win was pretty much sealed. 13 points on perfect shooting, 5 of 5 for Mitchell McCarron, 11 points for McVeigh. Half of the team playing for their senior side for the first time and doing their country proud. Dellavedova, who's been there and done it time and time again, though, leading many of those debutantes. McCarron, 5 of 5 from the field, including 3 of 3 on the outside. It wasn't just 1 or 2 players stepping up on the perimeter. They all contributed. 7 different players knocking down threes. 5 of them knocking down multiple threes, led by Dellavedova's 4 of 6 in the end. McCarron 3 of 3. China did their very best to produce an excellent comeback, led by the 16-point, 17-rebound double-double of Zhou Qi. 12 points for Guo and Gu, but it wasn't enough in the end. Australia set the tone with their defense early on. They made China rise to the challenge, but they had plenty left in the tank down the final stretch to reach the finish line first. Dellavedova taking the responsibility in money time. And China left themselves with too much to do after a disappointing first 25 minutes. The Australian defense forcing China into 18 turnovers. In the end, Australia themselves only had 8. China doing their best to make up the difference with their offensive rebounding ability, grabbing 13 offensive boards to Australia's 6. But Australia's three-point shooting saw them through, knocking down 15 threes at 47% accuracy, getting the win despite just 39% shooting from two-point range. They go 4-0 at the top of Group B. It's a big 5 days to come here at the John Cain Arena as we finish the first stage of qualifying for the 2023 World Cup. And this was a fantastic way to start. These two teams will meet again here on Sunday, so China don't have to wait long for payback, and they'll potentially meet again in the Asia Cup in a couple of weeks' time as two of the title favourites. There's the updated Group B standings. Australia 4-0 will carry that record importantly through to the second stage, which tips off in the next qualifying window. China fall to 2-1, and they still have 3 more games to play over the next 4 days here in Melbourne. It's been a pleasure having your company for this one. We'll see you next time.